भारत में मिल रही है। भारत में इस साल फिर ग्लोबल फेस्टिवल 2026 का आयोजन किया गया, जिसका उद्देश्य था सांस्कृतिक आदान प्रदान, ज्ञान एवं कौशल साझेदारी, अंतर्राष्ट्रीय सहयोग, नवाचार एवं उद्यमिता, महिला सशक्तिकरण एवं युवा नेतृत्व को बढ़ावा देना। ग्लोबल फेस्टिवल 2026 केवल एक कार्यक्रम नहीं है, ये एक ऐतिहासिक अभियान था जहां संस्कृतियां जुड़ी, विचार प्रज्वलित हुए। ये वो खास पल था जब पूरी दुनिया एकत्र हुई उस धरती पर जो प्राचीन ज्ञान, आध्यात्मिकता, विविधता और नवाचार का प्रतीक है। भारत विश्व का स्वागत खुले दिल से करता है। इसी कड़ी में TV24 नेटवर्क ने ग्लोबल फेस्टिवल 2026 में शामिल होने आए तमाम मेहमानों का अपने लखनऊ के विभूति खंड स्थित दफ्तर में स्वागत किया। इन मेहमानों में विश्व के विभिन्न देशों से आए नेता, शिक्षाविद, उद्यमी, सामाजिक कार्यकर्ता, कलाकार और युवा परिवर्तनकर्ता मौजूद थे, जिन्होंने ग्लोबल फेस्टिवल 2026 के मंच पर एकत्र होकर वैश्विक सहयोग की नई दिशा तय की। इस खास मौके पर TV24 नेटवर्क के CMD सतेंद्र, कुशवाहा और पूरी TV24 नेटवर्क की टीम ने सभी मेहमानों को माला पहनाकर और मोमेंटो देकर सम्मानित किया। इस अवसर पर हमारी संवाददाता शिखा मेहरोत्रा ने विदेशी धरती से आए मेहमानों से बात कर उनका अनुभव, उनके संघर्ष और उनके जीवन का लक्ष्य जाना, जिसमें कुछ मेहमानों ने अपनी भारत यात्रा का खूबसूरत एहसास बताया, तो कुछ अपने जीवन के संघर्षों को बताते हुए भावुक हो गए। आप भी देखिए TV24 नेटवर्क के विदेशी मेहमानों से ये खास बातचीत। ग्लोबल फेस्टिवल सबमिट, जिसमें देश दुनिया से कई डेलीगेट्स आए, उनको उनके काम की वजह से जो उन्होंने समाज सुधार के लिए या फिर जो है लोगों के उद्धार के लिए जो काम करे हैं, एक नया जो संदेश दे रहे हैं वो समाज को, उसके लिए आमंत्रित किया गया था। हमारे साथ कई विदेशी मेहमान भी हैं और साथ ही हमारे साथ राजस्थान से डॉक्टर महिपाल यादव जी भी हैं, जो कि शिक्षा पर बात कर रहे हैं, शिक्षा के लिए काम कर रहे हैं। उनसे बात करते हैं। तो महिपाल जी, आपका बहुत बहुत स्वागत है। शिक्षा के क्षेत्र में आप काम कर रहे हैं, शिक्षा को ही आपने क्यों चुना? आपके जीवन में ऐसा कौन सा पल आया जिस पल आपने सोचा कि शिक्षा के क्षेत्र में काम करना है? आप समाज को शिक्षित करेंगे तो देश शिक्षित हो जाएगा, आगे बढ़ेगा, विकसित होगा।
सबसे पहले धन्यवाद 24 चैनल को, कि TV24 को, कि मुझे अपने विचार रखने का मौका दिया। जहाँ एजुकेशन की मैं बात करूँ, मैं राजस्थान के एक ग्रामीण क्षेत्र से बिलोंग करता हूँ। हमने अपनी एजुकेशन गवर्नमेंट स्कूल से शुरू की, जो कि बहुत अभाव रहा है। वहाँ पर सुविधाओं का भी अभाव है, उस समय भी अभाव था, आज भी अभाव है। हमें जहाँ शहरी क्षेत्र में जो टेक्नोलॉजी आती है, गांव में पहुँचते पहुँचते उसको लगभग 5 से 10 साल लग जाते हैं, और उन टेक्नोलॉजी का हमारे पास अभाव रहता है। हमारे पेरेंट्स ने सिर्फ एक चीज़ सीखी या दुनिया से समझी, वहाँ के लोगों समझी कि एजुकेशन का मतलब बच्चे को पढ़ाएंगे और गवर्नमेंट जॉब दिलाएंगे, इसके अलावा उनका और माइंड सेट नहीं है। तो हमारे वहाँ के जो गार्जियंस हैं, जो अभिभावक हैं, वो भी इतने शिक्षित नहीं हैं कि वो ये सोच सके कि हम बच्चे को गवर्नमेंट जॉब के अलावा और क्या करवा सकते हैं। तो हमने एजुकेशन ली, एजुकेशन के बाद मास्टरी की, मास्टरी के बाद कहीं गवर्नमेंट जॉब नहीं लगी, तो हम भी बेरोज़गार। अब बड़ी परेशानी थी कि हमारे साथ जो कुछ हुआ वो आने वाली पीढ़ी के साथ कुछ ना हो। तो हमने एजुकेशन में ही काम करने का विचार किया। हमने अपनी एक संस्था डाली, सेंट जॉर्ज के नाम से हम स्कूल रन कर रहे हैं, और उसमें सिर्फ और सिर्फ एजुकेशन का मतलब गवर्नमेंट जॉब ना रह करके, क्योंकि गवर्नमेंट जॉब तो आपको पता है कितना है। तो अपने जहां भारत को पहले विश्वगुरु कहा गया था, उसी बेसिस को लेकर के कि एक भी एजुकेटेड पर्सन बिना गवर्नमेंट जॉब के किस तरीके से अपने व्यवसाय को आगे बढ़ा सकता है, किस तरीके से अपनी ज़िंदगी को खुशहाल कर सकता है, इसी चीज़ पे हम काम कर रहे हैं और वही एजुकेशन देने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं।
किन किन चुनौतियों का सामना करना पड़ता है जब एक व्यक्ति अकेला चलता है समाज को बदलने के लिए, कुछ नया करने के लिए? तो आपको किन चीज़ों का सामना करना पड़ा?
बहुत सी कठिनाइयों का सामना करना पड़ता है। सबसे पहले तो जो हमारी मानसिकता बनी हुई है ग्रामीण क्षेत्र में पेरेंट्स की, उसको चेंज करना सबसे बड़ा चैलेंज है। अगर उनको हम बताएं कि एजुकेशन का वास्तविक अर्थ क्या है, वो समझने के लिए तैयार नहीं है। उनके लिए बेस्ट एजुकेशन वो है जो उनके बच्चों को गवर्नमेंट जॉब दिलाए।
क्या संदेश देना चाहेंगे समाज को?
मैं संदेश यही देना चाहूँगा कि अपने बच्चों को बचपन से टेक्नोलॉजी को किस तरीके से यूज़ किया जा रहा है, और जब टेक्नोलॉजी की बात आई है बीच में, तो हमारे ग्रामीण क्षेत्र में जो टेक्नोलॉजी से हम एक मोबाइल है, मोबाइल एक ऐसा डिवाइस है जो बच्चे को बना सकती है और बिगाड़ सकती है। तो ग्रामीण क्षेत्र में इस डिवाइस का मिसयूज ज़्यादा हो रहा है। तो मैं पेरेंट्स को यही संदेश देना चाहूँगा कि टेक्नोलॉजी की सही दिशा में उसका यूज़ किया जाए, बच्चे के कैरियर के लिए यूज़ किया जाए, ना कि इसको मनोरंजन के लिए यूज़ किया जाए।
जी बिल्कुल, बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया। अब हमारे साथ डॉक्टर मसूदा यास्मीन जी हैं। आपका बहुत बहुत स्वागत है। आप भी शिक्षा के क्षेत्र में काम कर रही हैं। कहाँ से आपको ये आइडिया आया कि आपको शिक्षा के क्षेत्र में काम करना चाहिए? वो टर्निंग पॉइंट कौन सा था आपकी लाइफ का?
एक्चुअली जब मैं ग्रेजुएशन पोस्ट ग्रेजुएशन कर रही थी तो मेरा कुछ दूसरा एम था। एम वाज माइक्रोबायोलॉजी के क्षेत्र में कुछ करना है, लेकिन मैं जब उसको स्टडी कर रही थी मुझे मज़ा नहीं आ रहा था। ऐसा कुछ मुझे इनोवेशंस करने में मतलब जो इंटरेस्टेड होता है वो क्रिएटिविटी नहीं मिल रही थी। तो फिर मैंने उस क्षेत्र को थोड़ा सा ये कर दिया। उसके बाद अचानक से एक दिन ऐसे ही जस्ट होता है ना कि हम लोग सोचते हैं कि कुछ करना है तो एक प्री स्कूल स्टार्ट कर लेते हैं। वहाँ छोटा सा एक प्री स्कूल मैंने स्टार्ट किया और वहाँ से मुझे लगा कि दिस इज़ व्हाट आई वांट, यही है जो मैं करना चाहती थी। जब बच्चे आते हैं, अब दिन भर का जो तनाव रहता है, उनके स्माइल्स, उनका जो इनोसेंस है उससे आप भूल जाते हो। एंड मुझे लगने लगा कि शायद कुछ क्रिएटिविटी। फिर मैंने देखा कि बहुत सारे प्रॉब्लम्स आ रहे थे अर्ली एजुकेशन के क्षेत्र में। जैसे कि मैंने नोटिस किया कि हम इंडिया में जब वर्क करते हैं तो मैक्सिमम लोग जो अर्ली चाइल्डहुड एजुकेशन में आते हैं वो चॉइस से नहीं आते हैं, बाय चांस आ जाते हैं। कुछ नहीं हो रहा है तो हम एक चलिए प्री स्कूल में या फिर एज अ टीचर जॉब कर लेते हैं। दिस इज़ नॉट अ पैशन। वो पैशन से नहीं आते हैं, उनका चॉइस नहीं होता है। वो चाहते थे कि गवर्नमेंट जॉब मिले या कुछ और मिले करें, बट नहीं हो पाया। तो इसके कारण हमारे पास जो ट्रेन्ड फोर्स, जो प्रॉपरली ट्रेन्ड फोर्स होना चाहिए, वो नहीं था। तो सबसे पहले मैंने ट्रेनिंग पे वर्क करना शुरू किया। जब ट्रेनिंग पे वर्क किया तो मैंने देखा कि हम लोग जनरली ट्रेन करते हैं और बताते हैं यूके करिकुलम, मॉन्टेसरी मेथड्स, सिंगापुर करिकुलम, फिनलैंड करिकुलम, हम चाइनीज़ किंडरगार्टन की बात करते हैं, हम जापानीज़ किंडरगार्टन की बात करते हैं, लेकिन इंडिया के पास खुद का ऐसा क्या है जिसके बारे में एक्चुअली बात करें। तो मैं इस पर एक करिकुलम बनाना शुरू की और उसको प्रॉपरली बहुत रिसर्च किया कि कैसे वो फ्यूचरिस्टिक हो सकता है, कैसे ये वर्ल्ड के लिए एक अलग मिसाल बन सकता है और इंडिया को उस लेवल पे लाके खड़ा करे जो इंडिया के करिकुलम को डिस्कस करे, पूरी दुनिया दूसरी कंट्रीज़ डिस्कस करे। और वहाँ पे मैंने डेवलप किया किंडर मैजिक करिकुलम। किंडर मैजिक करिकुलम में हम लोग पहला ऐसा करिकुलम है जिसने सच में ब्रेन को मैप किया है कि इस एज में ब्रेन क्या समझ सकता है, कैसे सीख सकता है।
यानी थ्योरी से ज़्यादा प्रैक्टिकल पे फोकस किया।
हाँ, प्रैक्टिकल पे, प्लस फर्स्ट टाइम इन इंडिया या फर्स्ट टाइम इन वर्ल्ड हम लोग ने प्री स्कूल सेक्टर में फाइनेंशियल लिटरेसी, एसडीजी, डिज़ाइन थिंकिंग, प्री एआई रोबोटिक के स्किल्स, कोडिंग के स्किल्स, स्पेस साइंस के स्किल्स, वो भी एक प्ले वे मेथड में कैसे उनको इंट्रोड्यूस किया जा सकता है। क्योंकि 95% ऑफ द ब्रेन डेवलपमेंट जो 6 साल से पहले हो जाता है, उस ब्रेन डेवलपमेंट और उसमें क्या क्या सिखाया जा सकता है, उसको क्लब अप कैसे कर सकते हैं हम। तो ये चीज़ था, मतलब उद्देश्य था।
अब हमारे साथ श्रुति कुलकर्णी जी हैं जो कि ग्लोबल फेस्टिवल समिट में जो मेहमान आए हुए हैं उनकी कोऑर्डिनेटर हैं। आपको बहुत बहुत स्वागत है। तो सबसे पहले हम ग्लोबल फेस्टिवल के बारे में जानना चाहेंगे। इसका आयोजन किया गया है, इसमें जो डेलीगेट्स आए हैं, जितने भी मेहमान आए हैं, वो कौन है, किस क्षेत्र से आते हैं, उनका क्या काम रहा इस ग्लोबल फेस्टिवल में?
थैंक यू सो मच फॉर इनवाइटिंग मी हियर। सबसे पहले सबको नमस्कार। और ये जो हमारा ग्लोबल फेस्टिवल 2026 ये भी अभी हो रहा है, तो उसमें काफ़ी सारे देशों, अलग अलग देशों से जो लोग हमारे साथ हैं, तो उसमें से यूएस से आपने देखा है ऑलरेडी। यूएस से मतलब हमारे जी मोस्टली है, फ्रेडी ली है, एंड अगेन ये मैथ्यू सर है। सो अलग अलग देशों से ये जो लोग जुड़ रहे हैं, तो यहाँ पे इनका मकसद ये है कि उनको इंडिया जो हमारी कंट्री है, तो उनको हमारे भारत देश के बारे बारे में जानना है, तो इसलिए वो यहाँ पे आए हुए हैं। और सब लोग बहुत ज़्यादा क्यूरियस है कि मतलब कैसा है, मतलब कैसे वो अपना जो उनका खुद का अनुभव है या फिर उनका जो भी एक्सपर्टीज़ है, तो वो यहाँ पे हमारे साथ कैसे उसको कोलैबोरेट कर सकते हैं। और ये जो इसका आयोजन है, सो हमारे सर जो है रिस्पेक्टेड पीयूष पंडित सर, इन्होंने जो किया हुआ है, तो ये हमारा सेकेंड ईयर है। सो लास्ट ईयर भी मैं इस प्रोजेक्ट में थी, सो इस बार भी मैं इसको कोऑर्डिनेट कर रही हूँ। तो अलग अलग देशों से जो भी लोग यहाँ पे जुड़े हुए हैं, सो उनके जो विचार है या फिर उनका जो एक्सपीरियंस होता है या फिर उनके जो एक्सपेक्टेशंस है, तो वो यहाँ पे हमें पता चलती है। सो जैसे कि वो मैकडोना है या फिर हमारी वो पोर्टो रिको से आई हुई है। सो अगेन द महिला का उनका जो है, यहाँ की जो महिला है, सो उनके बारे में उनको बहुत अच्छी तरह से मतलब जानना है कि यहाँ पे कैसा डेवलपमेंट रहेगा। कुछ लोग जो है वो वुमेन एम्पावरमेंट के लिए यहाँ पे मतलब क्यूरियस है, कुछ लोग जो है उनको एजुकेशन में उनको कुछ यहाँ पे करना है, इसके लिए वो मतलब बहुत ज़्यादा इंटरेस्टेड है एंड क्यूरियस है। और कुछ लोग जो आए हुए हैं तो उनको ओवरऑल पीस जो है, हमारा जो कल्चर है, स्पेशली ये जो हमारी फ्रैंका मैम आई है इटाली से, सो उनको बहुत ज़्यादा जो स्पिरिचुअलिटी है हमारे देश, जिसके लिए हम बहुत ज़्यादा जाने जाते हैं पूरे दुनिया में, तो उसके लिए उनको बहुत ज़्यादा क्यूरियस है, तो वो इसके लिए यहाँ पे आई हुई है। सो ये इन सब का कोलैबोरेशन है। सो आई एम वेरी लकी एंड आई एम वेरी थैंकफुल टू पीयूष सर फॉर चूजिंग मी, ऑल्सो वर्जीनिया मैम, शी इज़ अवर डायरेक्टर ऑफ दिस इवेंट, कि उन्होंने मुझे इसके लिए चुना। सो आई एम वेरी थैंकफुल फॉर दैम।
तो अब हमारे साथ रेणुका यादव जी हैं, जिनसे बात करते हैं। वो स्पोर्ट्स में लगातार काम कर रही हैं, एक स्पोर्ट्स टीचर हैं। बहुत बहुत स्वागत है मैम। तो सबसे पहले ये जानना चाहेंगे कि स्पोर्ट्स में जितनी रुचि है, जितना आज के समय में गवर्नमेंट स्पोर्ट्स को प्रमोट कर रही है, एज ए स्पोर्ट्स टीचर आप किस तरह से देखती हैं?
सबसे पहले तो नमस्कार, थैंक यू। गवर्नमेंट भी काफ़ी प्रमोट कर रही है, बच्चों को सुविधाएं दे रही हैं। अभी जैसे हम लोगों ने भी राजस्थान के जितने भी पूरे इंडिया में ही सांसद खेलकूद भी करवाए हैं, तो उन्होंने भी अपने जैसे ग्राउंड अवेलेबल कराए हैं, उनके लिए फ़ंड दिया गया है, तो ये बच्चों के मोटिवेशन मिलेगा और अच्छे आगे बढ़ पाएंगे वो अपने फील्ड के अंदर। जी।
स्पोर्ट्स टीचर होने के नाते आप क्या देखती है बच्चों में? बच्चे जो इंटरेस्टेड है वो सिर्फ इस फील्ड में आते हैं, जिनको शौक है बचपन से खेलने का, या फिर करियर बनाने के लिए भी अब बच्चे आगे आ रहे हैं, इंटरेस्टेड हो रहे हैं? गवर्नमेंट जो पहल कर रही है जागरूक करने की, उसमें भी फर्क देखने को मिला है, बदलाव देखने को मिला है?
जी बिल्कुल सही है ये। बच्चे इसको कैरियर के रूप में भी लेते हैं, स्पोर्ट्स पर्सन जो होते हैं हमारे, क्योंकि जो नेशनल मेडल होल्डिस्ट हैं उनको राउंड अप सर्विस मिलती है, जॉब मिलता है, डायरेक्ट जॉब मिल जाता है, तो उतना इसलिए वो उसके लिए ज़्यादा मेहनत भी कर रहे हैं कि हम नेशनल में मेडल लाएं। उसके लिए उनका कैरियर बहुत अच्छा बिल्डअप हो जाता है।
हम ओलंपिक्स में भी देखते हैं लगातार भारत मेडल्स ला रहा है, गोल्ड, सिल्वर, ब्रॉन्ज। तो ऐसे में क्या लग रहा है, जो हमारी तैयारी है, भारत की तैयारी है, गवर्नमेंट जो तैयारी कर रही है, जिस तरह से प्रमोट कर रही है, आने वाले समय में किस तरह से हम गोल्ड पे गोल्ड लेकर आएंगे?
भारत में बहुत ज़्यादा संभावनाएं हैं इस क्षेत्र में, क्योंकि अपनी जो यूथ है वो बहुत ज़्यादा है, तो आगे हमें और भी गोल्ड मेडल मिल सकते हैं। इसी तरह से अगर गवर्नमेंट का भी सपोर्ट रहा और स्पोर्ट्स पर्सन भी अगर इसी तरह मेहनत करते रहे, तो हम निश्चित रूप से ओलंपिक में और ज़्यादा मेडल लाएंगे। और आगे ये उम्मीद भी है कि हाँ ऐसा ही हो रहा है, अभी लगातार हम बढ़ भी रहे हैं उसी क्षेत्र में।
हेलो मैम, वेलकम टू इंडिया। कुड यू प्लीज इंट्रोड्यूस योरसेल्फ एंड लेट अस नो वेयर आर यू फ्रॉम?
My name is Pernilla Koritsa and I am from Sweden. And I grew up in Sweden in an environment within my family. It was very important to be perfect. And that had a huge impact on my life. I only felt that I was somebody when I was performing. And having that impact in my life, I think that has shaped the way I work today. I have worked as a teacher, as a special teacher, as a principal. Today, since 10 years back, approximately, I travel around the world and I guide top leaders to be transformational in their leadership, to listen more than they talk, to be more humble, to understand that the diversity that we have is a strength, it's a force to do good. And one of the things that happened in my life was when I was a principal, I had a teacher coming to me, because I always told everybody, you can come to me, my door is open. And then one teacher said to me, it's really hard coming to you with all my flaws, being vulnerable, because you are so perfect. So that for me was a wake-up call, and that totally rewrote all my thoughts about leadership, because all I wanted to do is help. I invited everybody, come to me, I will help you, I will guide you. And then some people, they just didn't come, and I was like, what am I doing wrong? And just for her being safe enough in the room with me, telling me that, you know, when you are so good at everything and you're so experienced and you are so well studied, you are so perfect, then it's very, very hard to come to you and say that I'm not perfect. So that was a wake-up call, as I said, for me, and that reshaped everything. So now my leadership is all about being not perfect, but being human and understand human dynamics, understand the strength in diversity, understanding that the light that we have, because we all have a light with our own names on it, but how do we use it? Do we use it to put it on ourselves only, or do we use it to shine our light on the people that we are responsible for? So I think that being a leader today, and especially being a leader in the future or tomorrow, which already has started, the leadership for tomorrow is going to be much more people-focused, much more humble, much more, or I should say less about authority and more about self-leadership, being grounded, meeting people and being curious. So for me as a person, I trust wherever I am at.
So we have one more guest. Hello, sir. Welcome to India. Could you please introduce yourself and tell us about your career?
Thank you. My name is Matthew Gilbert Esquire, and I'm an attorney, a social entrepreneur, and a philanthropist. I currently serve as the CEO of MRG and Associates, LLP, a global mission-driven professional services firm that specializes in planning, advocacy, impact, and investments. And my vision is to globally transform humanity as a trusted leader of socially responsible institutions that build legacy wealth and advocate for a mentality reflecting greatness. My mission is to help businesses, families, and communities around the world build wealth systems and impactful legacies. One of my proud achievements is in 2023, I was awarded the Presidential Lifetime Achievement Award for my volunteer service in the U.S. and around the world. I'm originally from Waterloo, Iowa, a small rural town in the United States of America, and where I descend from generations of medical doctors, educators, and civil rights leaders. Before relocating to Washington, D.C., which is where I traveled from last week, I traveled the world building friendships and partnerships as a delegate of Iowa through sports, education, and culture. In 2018, I learned that my hometown was ranked the #1 worst city for Black Americans in the United States by the 24/7 Wall Street Report, and that was based on the wide gaps and disparities, both in income, unemployment, home ownership, and other racial disparities. This event, learning about this around the world, really sparked my return to my hometown to discover how I can contribute to making a difference. So for 5 years, I committed to researching the disparities, developing a statewide ecosystem for historically underserved businesses and entrepreneurs. I produced a film and published a white paper that outlined key policies and a legal framework for social entrepreneurs and social entrepreneurship, or what we call in U.S. benefit corporations. I also served on local, state, and national boards and commissions for cultural heritage, historic preservation, women's rights, lands conservation, and I also volunteer with youth organizations. Then in 2023, the state of Iowa reorganized its administrative departments, which eliminated a lot of human resource programs, which negatively impacted the communities that I was serving. And as a political refugee, I therefore decided to relocate to DC to grow my team, to expand my infrastructure, and to upskill my justice advocacy. I grew up in a single-parent household that struggled to overcome generational poverty and systemic injustices. I've navigated these disparities by challenging all the negative stereotypes and becoming an attorney, a social entrepreneur, and a philanthropist. Now I possess the problem-solving skills and knowledge to help other Black Americans and other communities overcome some of the same systemic injustices that limited my human and civil liberties. After graduating from Drake Law School in 2014, I received a scholarship to participate in a global fellowship program that allowed me to study abroad for a semester. I traveled to China, where I attended the Southwest University of Political Law and of Policy and Law, and studied Chinese law, Chinese business, and global policy. As a Black American from a rural Waterloo, Iowa, this global stage marked a huge shift in my limiting beliefs and motivated me to become a global change maker. My personal and professional success are fueled by my commitment to justice, advocacy for unheard voices, and inheriting a legacy of servant leadership from my great-grandparents.
So, hello, ma'am. Firstly, we know about your journey, your career, and your experiences.
Yes, well, once again, I am a United Nations Peace Ambassador. I'm a retired educator after 27 years of service. I own my own business, TAM, Creating Ambassadors of Peace. I'm an international keynote speaker, 28-time best-selling author, and 3-time award-winning educator. I have postgraduate work at Harvard University with critical issues in urban special education, and also I studied at Harvard Leadership, a revolving vision. I've had many trials and tribulations in my life, and when I graduated from college at Georgia State, my father died 6 months later. And that was the most critical time in my life where I felt like I couldn't do anything. I just laid on the floor and I cried for like 2 weeks. And all of a sudden, one day, I overcame that trial. Something inside of me said, Risa, get up. I'm still with you. I'm still with you. Now go live in your purpose. Now that was either from the spirit of my father or God. But whatever it was, I got up, I went back to work, I went back to school, I received my 3 degrees, and I ended up being a principal of a high school. And that is where my life changed once again.
Hello, sir. Welcome to India. How was your journey?
Oh, my journey was trying. It was tough getting here. I left in the middle of a blizzard, but we made it. We got here from Washington, D.C., through Frankfurt, Germany, and then finally to Delhi. So it was a good trip overall, though.
Long trip. Firstly, we like to know about yourself, about your journey, about your career.
Sure. I am His Excellency Dr. Freddie A. Lee. I am a United Nations Peace Ambassador. I am a former military guy. I spent 20 years in the U.S. military as an officer. I spent about 10 years working in education at the high school level in the inner city of Baltimore, Maryland. And then another 20 years as a private contractor for the U.S. government. So I've had 3 careers. And after 3 careers and at the age of 68, I decided to start a business. I must be out of my mind. I should be retired, playing golf and fishing. But I decided to continue my mission and my passion. So I grew up in Fayetteville, North Carolina, went to college. Part of my struggle was that I grew up in a family with an alcoholic father, which presented some challenges and created all sorts of dysfunctionality within my family. So I was able to survive that and overcome that and went on to college, joined the military, and the rest is history. I always say that what doesn't kill you will make you stronger. So anytime you have to deal with a challenge, you should not try to avoid it, but you should meet it head on. It will make you stronger and make you better for the situation.
Okay. Tell me about your India journey.
So my India journey actually began last year. Invited to join Global Fest by Dr. Virginia Rivera, along with Dr. Teresa and I. Dr. Teresa and I are partners. We're longtime friends. We've known each other for over 63 years, but we're also partners. I support her platform, Passion, Purpose, and Peace, through my business and through my passion as well. India, to me, was the place that I've always wanted to travel. In my previous experiences, I've done a lot of travel worldwide, but never to India. So when offered that opportunity this past year, we jumped on it because I've always wanted to come here. I've always wanted to see more of this country, and we intend to come back next year to see even more. I like to get down and see Bombay and Mumbai. I enjoy the culture. I enjoy the people. The people are so peaceful and friendly. The one thing that I truly like about India is the spirituality. And so my faith and my spirituality is something that has kept me strong and has helped me persevere even some of the bad times in life. I think without your faith, without your spirituality, You only exist, you can't live. The other part of that, being here in India.
Hello, ma'am. Welcome to India. Could you please introduce yourself about your career, your journey?
Thank you so very much. Hello, my name is Katrina Dixon Patterson. I am a social worker, executive leader, and global advocate for equity and inclusion. My journey began with a deep desire to serve others. From a young age, my father was a social worker, my aunt was a social worker, and they were both my best friends. So I felt called to uplift individuals that often feel unseen or unheard. That called me to earn a dual degree in sociology and social work, and also a dual master's degree in sociology and social work, later becoming a licensed clinician. For over 18 years, I've worked across behavioral health industries such as the homelessness, disabilities, advocacy, incarcerated women, homeless men, and also public administration. I currently serve as a program manager at the Department on Disability Services located in the United States, Washington, D.C. I also focus on strengthening systems of care of advancing equitable outcomes of individuals with disabilities. I am also honored to have been appointed by Wes Moore, who is the first African-American governor for the state of Maryland to serve on the Board of Trustees for the Maryland School of the Deaf, and I also serve as a county commissioner for the individuals with disabilities where I live in Prince George's County, Maryland. So I am an advocate for inclusive policies and communities' accessibilities. Also, as the founder and CEO of Perfectly Patterson, LLC, I work to equip leaders and organizations with the tools to build cultures rooted in equity, inclusion, and sustainable impact. Everything I do is grounded in faith, resilience, and steadfast commitment to empower marginalized communities. I also serve as a global missionary where I have traveled to Nairobi, Kenya, Haiti, and the Dominican Republic to serve others that are in vulnerable populations. Some of my challenges that I have had and faced in my life and overcame is just navigating systemic barriers. I am a millennial. I am very young, so it's very hard to have a seat at the table sometimes, but when I am there, I am heard. So just ensuring that I don't come to the table with self-doubt and I'm a strong advocate for what I support. There's a very high need in communities, especially when dealing with persons with disabilities, so I'm a strong advocate to make sure that everyone is seen and heard. Serving others at the level requires both strength and also vulnerability. The most difficult moment of my life was losing my father in 2015 because I was a true daddy's girl. It shook me to the core, but guess what? Because he was my protector and because he put that social work values in me, I just kept it moving. Grieving him while continuing to leave and serve others was incredibly hard, but it just made me do everything like every day was my last. It reminded me of the importance of purpose. Overcoming these challenges with uncovering faith, mentorship, and continuous education just made me the woman of who I am. So every obstacle strengthened my leadership capacity, and it also deepened my empathy, especially for those that are vulnerable that can't advocate for themselves. It just redefined moments that shaped my character, clarifying purpose, and built the resilience necessary to lead with compassion and impact. I am so thankful for the opportunity to be here in India. It has been mind-blowing, from the culture to the sensitivity to the inclusion, and having a seat at the table just to be impactful and be an advocate straight here. I cannot wait until I'm able to come in the near future. Thank you.
Hello and welcome to India. Would you like to introduce yourself and let us know about your journey, about your career?
My name is Dr. Oliver Junior Ramaja, all the way from the Republic of Botswana, from the African continent. I'm an honorable counselor, a government public service under the government of Botswana. And I come from a family which believes so much in education. I have a strong academic excellence, academic background. I hold a certificate in accounting technician, a degree in accounting management, and also a doctorate in business administration. So my vision is to see my community in Botswana, my country, developed in terms of education, women empowerment, and in so many sectors. As the youngest politician in Botswana, I'm driven by positive change, and my vision is to empower my community. So one significant challenge was balancing, when I was growing up, the challenges that I had was trying to balance my academic journey and politics. So I prioritized time management, and I leveraged my accounting background to stream tax and on high impact activities, and this experience taught me resilience and adaptability. And becoming a counselor was a turning point in my life, and because it opened doors for me to engage with my community and to pursue my dreams of seeing to empower lives and impact their lives. And it engaged in the policy makings in my country and allowing me to contribute meaningfully to Botswana's development. And my community's progress motivates me so much, and seeing positive change inspires me to push boundaries and create as many opportunities for my country back home in Botswana. And my challenges have taught me empathy and strategic thinking, and also collaboration, not just locally but also internationally and globally. And I have learned to navigate complexities and prioritize the community needs. And I believe in transparent governance and community-centered decision making. And I would like to share with you that India's growth story inspires me so much, and also their rich culture inspires me so much. And I have a lot to learn from India. They offer high-quality education. They believe so much in education, something that Botswana also believes in. And also, I love the way they care for people, and they show love and compassion for people, for global countries, and that's something that we need to learn also from Botswana. And their passion for technology in terms of digital education, in terms of AI, in terms of data science, blockchain, just to mention a few. That is something that I wish to learn from India as a representative from Botswana. And one message that I would love to leave for young people in India and globally is to believe in themselves, to follow their passion, and to innovate fearlessly, and that their ideas can shape the future. And I envision a prosperous and inclusive Botswana with opportunities for all, and I hope my journey inspires many young people in India to pursue careers in public service so that they can decide the future of India and also globally. Thank you so much.
Hello and welcome to India. Could you please introduce yourself and tell us about your career, your journey?
Okay, my name is Sylvia Lintwe. I come from Botswana, a small village called Muchudi, from a ward called Bukhari. Yeah.
Okay. Could you share your journey, about your journey? Please say about your journey.
Okay, my journey to come to India. Okay, how it began in 2025. In 2025, Dr. Junior Ramaja introduced us to Mahila Odiami as women of Bukhari Ward, where he is the leader. So that is why I'm here today on behalf of the women. Yeah.
How your experience in India?
India has been very interesting. I love the culture, I love the people, and I'm learning so much about the religion here. So it has been very interesting.
What about Indian food?
Indian food has been very interesting too, very colorful, mostly veggies, organic food. So I've learned so much about the food, and I love the food.
Okay, we would like to know about your struggle, your career.
Okay, so I went to school from primary up to university. After I finished my degree, I didn't really get that many opportunities because my mother got sick. But during her sickness, I still managed to be a youth leader. Okay, I managed to be an arts and culture officer, and then I taught moral education for a bit at a high school. But then she got sick again, so I had to put everything on hold. So those have been the most challenging moments of my life. And then, but it has taught me to believe in myself, because I had to overcome those challenges somehow. I had to engage other people to help me navigate them, and then I think it has shaped who I am as a community leader also.
How was your experience in Global Festival Summit?
Oh, the experience has been very interesting. I got to meet a lot of different people who I can say are very intelligent. I've never been with so many people with so many interesting stories. I'm learning a lot from them, and I hope that as we go along, we will become partners so that they can help in our development journey. Yeah.
Okay. When would you like to visit again India?
I would love to visit India again, and hopefully with more women from my area, so that they also can experience the culture, the development, everything about India.
Hello, welcome to India. How was your journey? And please introduce yourself and tell us about your struggles, journey, and India journey.
Hola, soy Jacqueline Piñeiro. Vengo de Ecuador, al otro lado del mundo, a 10 horas y media de diferencia y estoy feliz de estar aquí. Es un país maravilloso, me gusta mucho la India. También vengo de un país hermoso, que en un solo país tiene los 4 mundos, costa, sierra, oriente y Galápagos. Estoy feliz de estar aquí.
How was your India journey?
India me parece un país muy bonito. Me gustan sus costumbres, sus atuendos coloridos, muchos accesorios. Me preocupa un poco su comida, muchas especias, muy picante.
Okay. Tell us about Indian people and your thoughts about India. Thoughts about India.
La gente de India es muy amable, muy colaboradora. Para subir, bajar del bus, te da la mano, te atiende en todo lado, namaste, namaste. Me gusta mucho eso. También hay muchas cosas raras. En mi país no estuviéramos en una entrevista de televisión sin zapatos. No podríamos estar, fuera un escándalo. Pero estamos bien, estamos aprendiendo, comprendiendo que el mundo es maravilloso, que vivir es hermoso, que estar aquí es un regalo. Eso es lo que nos gusta.
Okay, thank you so much. So we have one more guest. Hello, ma'am. Welcome to India. Could you please introduce yourself and let us know about your journey, about your struggle, and about your India journey?
Hi, my name is Tracy Eileen. Thank you so much for having me. But going back to my traumas, not having my mother in my life and having that mother figure that I just really wanted to have, not knowing my biological father, being molested by 2 family relatives, being shot before, being in a fire, and my long-term marriage ending, and my sister passing in 2017. So those have always been my struggles that I've had. But in the midst of all that, I didn't allow it to define me. And I made sure that I took care during the entire period as an adult, took care of my mental health, my emotional health, and my physical health. I currently see a psychiatrist once a month. I currently see a therapist once a week, and also working out 3 days a week. In addition to the working out, I believe in self-care and pampering myself, from body massages, from facials, and making sure I'm taking care of my body, mind, and soul. And I attend a non-denomination church as well, so I make sure from physical, mental, emotionally, and spiritually, I am well taken care of.
Really, it's a very tough journey. How was your India journey?
My India journey has been amazing. This is actually my second time being in India. Just like Matthew and others, we have to honor Dr. Teresa Mosley because she invited me to attend Global Festival last year. And I came last year, and I'm here today, and I actually traveled. But going back to my professional career, here's another struggle. I lost my career in June of 2024 due to racism, ageism, and sexism. I don't claim it, but that is my reality. So with my traumas, I decided to create 2 brands. One is Release Pain to Power. I coach women to release pain caused by hardship and trauma, and I just recently opened it up to men and other communities. And with Release Pain to Power, I have programs where I'm coaching women and others individually and privately as well. Well, in 2017, one of my traumas was my sister passing away the day before my birthday. I created Heavenly Connects. Heavenly Connects is an app that allows individuals to upload their deceased loved ones who has transitioned, their voice message, their text message, videos, and mental, all about their lives, right, in a sacred space. And then you can share privately, publicly, or personally. And then when you share publicly, you're creating a sister community with others who are grieving. Additionally, there is a resource directory. With that resource directory, it allows individuals who have subscribed to have doctors, psychiatrists, life coaches, funeral home, cemetery, all those different resources within the app. So that's Heavenly Connects. And actually, beautifully speaking, the first coders of the app, they're from India. And I actually launched Release Pain to Power and Heavenly Connects last year during Global Festival, and now speaking of it again here. And being here in India, I feel welcome. I don't feel welcome in the United States because of my experience of being ageism, sexism, and racism, and being a woman at 60 years old, being a woman and a black woman. I don't feel accepted there, which is really sad. What I feel here, well welcome, accepted. I feel the spirituality and all the good food, the flowers, the music, and everything about India. I totally enjoy.
So we have one more guest. Hello and welcome to India. Could you please introduce yourself and about your career, your struggles?
Of course, it's a pleasure to be here and an honor. My name is Luenda Moro. I'm the daughter of teachers. I come from Puerto Rico, La Isla de Boriquén. My main language is also Spanish. But one of the main things about myself is that my family and I always believe in studying, always believe in learning. And we always believe that education should be accessible and it should be simple and everyone should have education. And that was all my life. My grandparents, my mom, my dad, my uncles are teachers, my cousins, my aunties are teachers. So I knew teaching was in my blood, but what happened to my parents was the government took their retired funds, and that was first turning key point for me in my life, because I saw how hard my parents work in public school systems, and they having to take their money away from them, and then they could not retire as they wanted was very sad for the family. So I knew I wanted to teach. I knew I wanted to go into that purpose, but I knew it has to be in a different way. So that's why I became an entrepreneur. So I did my studying. I have my bachelor's degree in international business, and I'm the CEO of my own company, Business Tech Trainers, where we upskill and develop skills in technology, but with teachers. So it's easier to learn technology, and that's been amazing. And also a co-founder for a real estate business with my husband, Tarak Mora. So being an entrepreneur, mother, daughter, it's very challenging. You have to be doing multiple things at once.
As you are talking about education, so what is the power of education in your words?
What is the power of education in my words? The power of education is choice. When you have the knowledge, you have a choice. And you can take different decisions because you have the data and the knowledge, and you have the confidence of making those choices because you have the knowledge to do so. When you don't have that, it's very difficult for you to come from a background that you're being controlled. You feel like you're less. You feel like you don't have any money or power over money. It's very difficult for females in particular to do so. So the studying and the knowledge, it's choice.
How was your experience in India, especially Global Festival Summit 2026?
Oh no, that was beyond what I ever imagined. So I had this expectation, and it has blown my mind in every single ways, from the people, the culture, the food. I think all my colleagues said the same thing, but it's true. You know, you're so welcoming, so humble, so nice.
Hello and welcome to India. Could you please introduce yourself and about your career success, your journey?
Well, hello and thank you everyone for having us here. We are having an incredible time as the delegates of Global Festival. I am Virginia Rivera, and I am the director. I'm actually one of the co-founders. When we first started this last year, we thought of it being Global Entrepreneurship and Edupreneurship Festival. And we realized that there's so much more than that. So right now we call it the Global Festival 2026. So I have to say that we're thrilled. And if last year was great, being the first year, this second year is absolutely amazing. I know that many people want to know more about Global Festival. And Global Festival is a gathering of entrepreneurs, scientists, researchers, innovators, creators, anybody that has creativity. We get together to really look at what the world is going through at the moment, especially as humans. And we're not really looking for anything that's so difficult. We want to make sure that we can identify things that we can work on together. So global collaboration is the key of Global Festival. And I feel very, very proud because I consider myself a global citizen.
Hello and welcome to India and Tv24 Network. Could you please introduce yourself and about your journey?
So it is a great honor and pleasure to be here with you in India, in Lucknow today. My father was a pioneer in Chinese medicine. He created the terminology for Chinese medicine in Latin and in English that is now the standard for all the practitioners of Chinese medicine in all other countries except of China. But he is more famous in China than in the rest of the world because he was dedicated to Chinese medicine and culture. And he passed away 11 years ago. And before he died, the months before his passing, he shared with me the ideas that he felt he would not have time to elaborate on himself. And So I have launched a book series on Amazon where I discuss topics that are related to personal growth. Also, I have been honored with a doctorate in psychology this week, thanks to Piyush Pandit and Virginia Riviera and Abnash Bains. And it is my mission, part of my mission, to continue the legacy of my father, who considered himself a particle of humanity. When I was 11 years old, my father introduced me to astrology. So now I am 51, so I have been passionate about astrology for the past 40 years. And the number 40, it's funny, also has a different meaning. I have done more than 40 relocations throughout this lifetime. I've been traveling a lot. And when people ask me who I am, I can respond as follows. I am a Venetian revolutionary and a female Buddha. As a Venetian revolutionary, I am driven by the realization that in today's world, the only revolution is that of conscious awareness. And as a female Buddha, it is my mission to free the hearts and minds of my fellow humans from unnecessary and often painful illusions, because all human suffering comes from ignorance. I want to thank you very much for having me here today, and be sure to visit Venice. Venice is a magical city, and it will, well, elevate your perspective of this world. Thank you.
Thank you so much.